Ah, yes, another chilling Sunday. When true chefs don't cook the food, they become the food. Nothing says inner peace quite like smearing yourself in a thick, cooling coat of mayonnaise. The spa treatment of champions, the cologne of chaos. It hydrates the skin, confuses the neighbors, and sets the tone for another glorious week of culinary disaster. Stay tuned, the chaos is just getting started. And hey, subscribe. It's free and mildly less greasy than this. Now take a seat and light up this 20-minute Chinese cigarette, the only known protection for your stomach against what you're about to witness. Ah yes, another fine day in the world of street gastronomy, where hygiene fears go to die and flavor is forged in chaos. Our chef begins his masterpiece the traditional way, by plunging his bare hands straight into a bowl of flour and water, creating a dough so pure, so elemental, that it could only be improved by the mysterious brown seasoning already coating his fingers. That's not dirt, that's heritage, that's flavor memory. Every gesture adds a new note of, "What the hell is that smell?" to the house recipe. He then introduces his secret weapon, a fly swatter from a forgotten empire, perfectly engineered for pressing dough and disappointing ancestors. With the precision of a man who's seen things, he slams the mass against it until small, terrified strips of batter slip through the holes. Tiny culinary soldiers falling bravely into a pan of oil so ancient it should have its own birth certificate. The oil hisses in protest, instantly transforming the dough into crispy, golden something. The aroma? Equal parts temptation and regret. You can almost hear your arteries whisper, "Please, no." And yet somehow, you can't look away. There's madness here, but also art, a beautiful, crunchy rebellion against every food safety law ever written.
Hot now, look at that color. I don't need spoon, my hand better. See, I mix like this, full masala getting everywhere. People ask me why my chaat tastes different. It's because of my hands and my feet, yeah, that is it.
And now, dear viewers, meet our next alchemist of the apocalypse. He's not just making a drink, he's performing an urban purification ritual. Observe the elegance. He slices open a bag of milk and lets it cascade majestically from the heavens, ensuring it passes through a rich layer of smog, exhaust, and street dust. This isn't ordinary milk. This is city-infused milk, fortified with the full flavor of modern pollution and regret. Once it's aerated to perfection, he reaches for a fresh bouquet of radioactive jungle grass, freshly harvested from the glowing shores of the Ganges. With the precision of a chemist who's never met safety goggles, he snips it straight into the pot. The potion begins to bubble, not from heat, but from confusion. Then comes the percussion segment. He taps the side of the pot rhythmically, helping the rust fall into the mix. Because what's a beverage without a hint of tetanus? For texture, a handful of local polgas, known for their probiotic crunch. Finally, the pièce de résistance, the filtering process. No fancy strainers here, just a well-seasoned bedsheet, slightly lived in, that's seen more action than a five-star hotel towel. He pours it through with pride, and voila, a drink so powerful it could cleanse your soul or end it. Results may vary. Truly a spiritual experience in every sense. Drink carefully.
That stinks!
Just after the sacred hand-scooping ceremony begins, fingers gliding through rice with the elegance of a raccoon in a garbage bin, we are reminded that hygiene is just a colonial construct and fingernails are nature's spoons. But no, today's not about food. We have bigger matters to fry, like the divine chariot rolling through the street, every inch covered in blinking LEDs, looking less like a vehicle and more like a traveling slot machine in spiritual crisis. Nearby, a man prepares for flight with the solemnity of a national hero and the engineering skills of a bored teenager. A chair, some fan blades, and the raw confidence of someone who's clearly never read a safety manual. The protective armor? 2 pieces of cardboard gently taped near the chest, just enough to say, "I tried" on your eventual tombstone. Momentum carries us forward where the laws of physics and labor rights collide on a tiny plastic truck. 2 men ride it with the dignity of CEOs and the balance of caffeinated goats, proving once and for all that ambition needs no shock absorbers. And then, from the horizon, the unmistakable growl of revolution. Or maybe it's just the spin cycle. A wooden beast emerges, handcrafted with the love of 1,000 splinters. Its frame, branches, and hope. Its heart, the salvaged engine of a washing machine exiled from an eco-park. Fuel is poured with reverence, probably stolen from a generator or an ant's perfume stash. The helmet, half a coconut. The look, pure outlaw. And as the wooden front wheel wobbles forward, the rear rubber tire carries the weight of dreams, duct tape, and possibly a fire hazard. It's not a documentary. It's not even a fever dream. It's humanity, raw and over-engineered. Ah, yes, the very pinnacle of urban gastronomy. Cooking not on a stove, not on a grill, but on the shimmering steel canvas of a sewer manhole cover. Because nothing says flavor quite like residual fumes of yesterday's plumbing. The chef begins with a heroic gesture, dropping a 106-ounce block of butter, yes, nearly 7 pounds of artery-clogging doom, enough cholesterol to legally classify as a biological weapon. It melts into a golden lake of regret, paving the way for something red. Tomato? Paint? Ox blood? Who can say culinary mystery is part of the charm? For texture, he sprinkles in a handful of fleas, protein, darling, followed by what appears to be paprika, but could just as easily be radioactive dust swept up from the Ganges riverbank. Just when you think your intestines are safe, he dumps in a pre-cooked sludge, because 2 stomach-churning stews are better than 1. And then, the grand reveal, his signature tool, which looks suspiciously like a toilet brush, post-war, bristles missing, dignity long gone. With it, he stirs and pounds the mixture until a violent chemical reaction occurs, birthing the final dish. A molten abomination praised by locals as traditional and feared by doctors as career-ending. The result? A culinary experience that tastes like divine punishment, plated directly from the bowels of municipal infrastructure. 5 stars for sheer audacity. Welcome to the rustic charm of traditional cooking, where stew is lovingly stirred in a giant clay jar with the family broom. Don't worry about those stray bristles. They've long since dissolved into the bubbling cauldron, adding that extra fiber country folk swear by. Its color? Somewhere between earthy and outright alarming. Let's just say the less said, the better. With every swirl, you wonder if you're being served dinner or a dare. This isn't just food. It's a test of faith, courage, and your digestive system's will to live. Behold street food's answer to hand washing. Our fearless chef dives his arm into the dough right up to the elbow, as if searching for lost treasure or just last week's leftover germs. His hand, a swirling storm of questionable hygiene, becomes the primary utensil, mixing tradition with every bit of dirt collected since 1992. And then comes the hand-spitting technique, a move so bold even health inspectors faint. He flings dough into the pan with the finesse of someone firing cannonballs, all while miming the universal sign of, "I dare you to eat this." Forget Michelin stars. This is the kind of cooking that deserves a biohazard symbol. Culinary tradition? Sure. E.coli? Probably. Bon appetit, brave souls. Behold, the Aloe Mud Latte Deluxe. A drink so unholy it could be classified as a biological weapon with skincare benefits. The ritual begins with the chef violently squeezing the life out of an aloe leaf, summoning its inner slime like a wizard conjuring mucus. The result? A translucent, stretchy goo that looks like it was scooped straight from a swamp creature's skincare routine. Next, he lovingly dumps in what appears to be either ground coffee, compressed dirt, or the ashes of the last customer who tried this drink. To balance the flavor profile, he adds a mystery chutney that bubbles suspiciously. a secret blend of expired dreams and fermented regret. Then comes the pièce de résistance, the stirring. Not with a spoon, not with a whisk, but with what looks like a toilet brush forged in the depths of unsanitary despair. He whips it around like a man possessed, frothing up a texture so elastic it could double as industrial glue. By the end, the mixture flows like radioactive honey, defying gravity and good taste alike. One sip and your stomach won't just digest, it'll evolve, developing new survival instincts and possibly a second consciousness. This isn't a drink anymore. It's a biological experience. Behold the fish tank fizz, a drink so avant-garde it makes sewage look artisanal. Crafted inside what was definitely a functioning aquarium last week, this bubbling masterpiece begins with a generous pour of cloudy mystery water, the kind that smells like both lemon and lost hope. Chunks of fruit, or maybe fish toys, float lazily through the current, shimmering alongside grape skins, pomegranate seeds, and the occasional breadcrumb of despair. Each scoop captures the full marine experience, complete with plankton ambiance and the faint memory of something that once swam there. The vendor ladles it proudly into glasses that haven't seen a rinse since the monsoon of 2018, giving every sip that authentic urban coral reef aftertaste. The flavor, somewhere between tropical punch and street drainage. The texture, like drinking an aquarium filter with pulp. This isn't just a beverage, it's hydration by biodiversity. Welcome to Fish Tank Fizz, the only drink that comes with its own ecosystem. All right, degenerates of the Fish Tank Fizz universe. Time to summon the almighty algorithm gods. If you survive this aquatic nightmare disguised as a drink, hit that brand new hype button like you're saving a drowning goldfish. It's YouTube's new feature for small channels like this one, and it actually helps these culinary catastrophes reach more unsuspecting humans. Also, most of you watching this aren't even subscribed. It takes one click, and it seriously helps keep this chaotic circus alive. Huge thanks to everyone who already subscribed, comments, and fuels this madness week after week. You're the reason this greasy, beautiful disaster keeps growing. Behold the rotten egg salad supreme, a dish so daring it could legally qualify as an act of biochemical warfare. The chef stands before a mountain of marinated mystery eggs, each one sweating yellow regret, surrounded by what can only be described as a coleslaw apocalypse. He begins his sacred ritual by scooping generous chunks of sulfur-flavored despair, mixing them with shredded vegetables that have clearly seen things no carrot should. Then comes the crowning touch, a thick river of brown sauce poured from a jar that's seen more pandemics than the WHO. The aroma, a mix between hot pavement, gym socks, and divine punishment. The texture, like biting into a rubber stress ball that screams internally. Every serving is wrapped neatly in paper, because even the plate refuses to touch it. One bite and your soul will try to leave your body through the nearest available exit. This isn't food. It's a culinary cry for help disguised as protein. Ah yes, the street mango massacre, a dessert so chaotic it looks like someone blended a fruit market with a crime scene. Each ingredient seems to be in the middle of its own personal meltdown. Mangoes, tamarind, and what might once have been papaya now simmer together in a cauldron of syrupy despair and industrial chili paste. The vendor stirs it proudly, as if summoning demons from the underworld of digestion. Every piece of fruit glistens with the kind of sticky reddish glaze usually reserved for toxic waste warnings. Somewhere under that glossy surface, a mango screams softly, begging to be refrigerated. It's sweet, sour, spicy, and existentially threatening. The kind of dessert that makes your tongue question its life choices. One bite and your taste buds won't know whether to dance, cry, or call for an ambulance. This isn't a treat, it's a tropical exorcism served at room temperature. Behold the mutant chestnut of the Ganges, a fruit so cursed it could only have evolved after centuries of marinating in holy water and industrial runoff. Local legend says it began as a humble chestnut, but one fateful day it rolled too close to the riverbank, and the Ganges decided to bless it. or maybe just mutated. Now it grows covered in medieval armor, each spike pulsating with divine confusion. Crack it open and you'll find the inside looks like a failed biology experiment. Part nut, part coral reef, part thing that should not be. The vendor handles it fearlessly, as if years of spiritual immunity protect him from whatever radioactivity hums beneath that creamy alien pulp. The texture? Imagine chewing on a holy relic that's been baptized in sewage and enlightenment. The taste? Somewhere between enlightenment and regret. This isn't a snack. It's a Ganges-born evolutionary accident, the river's personal reminder that nature occasionally loses its mind. Behold the handcrafted cough risotto, a culinary performance so intimate it makes fine dining look emotionally distant. Our fearless chef approaches his cauldron of rice not with utensils. Oh no, but with the raw power of human contact. He plunges his hand deep into the pot, sculpting each serving like a potter molding clay. If that clay were oily, suspiciously warm, and vaguely alive. Chunks of mystery meat are lovingly squeezed, folded, and redistributed with the tenderness of a man who's forgotten where his hand ends and the dish begins. Each portion is personally seasoned with trace elements of sweat, finger oil, and whatever cosmic bacteria inhabit his lifeline. But the pièce de résistance comes right at the finale as the chef leans over to deliver the ultimate garnish. A wet, open-air cough, gently cascading across the plate like a fine mist of authenticity. The result? A dish that blurs the line between home-cooked and biohazard. The texture is earthy, the flavor is airborne, and the experience is unforgettable, mostly because your immune system will never forget it. This isn't risotto, it's a respiratory event served with rice. Behold the monster omelette, a breakfast so chaotic it could power a small motorcycle and kill your pancreas before lunch. Our culinary daredevil here has discovered the unholy union of protein and pure caffeine, cracking eggs into the pan only to baptize them with a full can of Monster Energy. The nectar of insomniac truckers and gym bros on the brink of cardiac evolution. The pan hisses like it's offended by what's happening. The monster foams violently as if trying to escape its destiny, but it's too late. The chef is already stirring, transforming chemical warfare into brunch. Each bubble releases the ghost of bad decisions and taurine fumes strong enough to disinfect a hospital ward. By the time it's done, the eggs glow with the radioactive shimmer of a broken glow stick. The aroma. Imagine gym socks dipped in citrus and despair. The flavor? Like breakfast after surviving a rave. This isn't cooking, it's biochemistry with a death wish. The world's first omelet that doubles as a defibrillator. Behold the bare-hand biryani virtuoso, a man who treats cooking like a full contact sport. No spoons, no ladles, just one brave hand and a lifetime of questionable decisions. He plunges it straight into the vat of steaming curry rice, stirring, mashing, and sculpting the chaos like Michelangelo shaping the world's least hygienic statue. Each handful is a sensory experience, rice, grease, and shrimp fusing together under the pressure of sheer finger strength. He doesn't just serve the meal, he infuses it with essence. The kind of essence only found in the folds of a day's hard labor and street-level humidity. Watch in awe as he transfers the molten mixture directly onto paper, defying the laws of sanitation and gravity in one glorious motion. The curry drips, the rice clings, and somewhere an immune system silently screams. The flavor? A bold blend of spice, sweat, and survival instinct. The texture? Like shaking hands with destiny, sticky, warm, and slightly alarming. This isn't street food, it's hand-to-mouth cuisine in its purest, most bacterial form. Welcome to the gladiator arena of soups, where our heroic green stew is locked in mortal combat with itself. Bubbles burst and gasp for air, like the potage is desperately trying to escape its own destiny, or maybe just that ancient cabbage you found in the fridge. Every swirl in the pot is a silent scream for help, each bubble a tiny SOS. This isn't a stew, it's a living, breathing organism waging war on its creator, threatening to crawl out and slap your hand away from the ladle. Forget comfort food. This is self-aware soup. May the bravest spoon win.